everybody, welcome back to another one of my videos. If you're new here, thank you so much for joining. My name is Taylor, and if you're a returning subscriber, I appreciate you so much for coming back, especially because I've been on a hiatus for about a year. First and foremost, happy new year, you guys. Happy 2022. We're doing a lot of great things this year. What has happened in the past, we got to leave it there. We just got to focus on the present and where we're trying to go. So today in this video, I want to share some personal tips that has helped me level up. So if you guys are interested in leveling up and becoming your very best self, then continue to keep watching. So to begin, I want to talk to you guys about something really quickly before we get into the tips on becoming your best self. I experienced a lot of depression in the year of 2021. Like 2021 just blew my mind away. Like for some people, I know the actual year of the first year of the pandemic was crazy when we were in quarantine, we couldn't do anything. In my personal experience, 2021 was a lot worse. I really was going through a lot of things mentally. People that know me personally could attest to that. Like I was really going through some things. So I had to find ways to come up out of my depression and become my best self, because I knew that I thrived a lot better when I was happier, when I was healthier, when my mental was clear. Before we get into the video, let me give you guys a quick disclaimer. I am no way, shape, or form a licensed therapist, clinician, a specialist, or anything like that. I'm just a regular girl who went through some things, and I want to share my journey and be transparent with you guys, and hopefully they can help at least one person. And if it does, my job here is done. If you are going through something, I just want to tell you that it's going to be okay. You will be okay. Take it from a person like me who really was going through things and just isolative. I wasn't really my happiest. I wasn't around the people I love the most. I just was not happy. So once I found ways to naturally treat my depression, like without any medication, without any psychiatric help or anything like that, just the self-work, that's a big key right there. Doing the self-work. Like no one's going to do it for you. No one's going to come save you. No one's going to come help you up out of your depression. I mean, God bless the people that do, but you still have to physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally do the work. On this self-care journey, this self-love journey, this level up journey, this transparency journey, becoming your best self, or however you want to word it, there's a lot of work that has to be put into this in order to become your best self. So tip number one on becoming your best self is to be intentional. Wake up every day with intentions on doing something that will be beneficial to you. When I was going through my things mentally, I wasn't really intentional, and that's what kept me stuck in my depression and ruminating and just thinking about bad things all day. I knew that it was time for me to have a plan every single day, even if it was down to, oh, I'm going to be intentional about being more kinder to myself. I know I want to try this recipe when I make dinner tonight, or I need to clean up my space, or I need to wash my clothes, or I need to do better at my job, or because only you know what you need to be intentional about. Not your friends, not your boss, not your loved ones, not your lover. No, only you know what you really need to work on. I personally feel like when you are intentional and you are structured in what you're trying to do, things will flow a lot smoother. Tip number two is to journal a lot more. That has helped me out a lot tremendously. When I say journaling also has helped me become my best self, sometimes you don't need to share your thoughts with people. You just need to write it down. You have to learn how to be one with yourself. So I feel like when you start journaling more and you start reading your journal entries, you get to know yourself on a whole deeper level, from a whole deeper perspective. Because yes, your loved ones know you, your friends and the people around you know you, but do you know you? And that's where I fell short at, because I really didn't know myself the way I thought I did. I thought, oh, I'm grown, like I'm over 25, I know myself. I didn't know anything about myself. But no, throughout this process of me trying to level up and become my best self, I was strictly focused on me and write what I needed to change about myself, what I didn't like about myself, what I loved about myself, what I wanted to improve on, and the list continues. It just was all self-work that I was doing, and journaling plays a very big part in that. Speaking of getting to know yourself, I've actually learned that I enjoy my own company so much. Actually, I might enjoy my company more than being around others. I became such a loner throughout this time of my life, and not in a lonely way, like, oh, I'm a loner, I feel so alone. No, I'm a loner that enjoys her own company. Like, I'm forever going out to eat by myself, going to the movies by myself. Will Smith actually had a show here in Philly back in November, I believe, and this is when he was going on his book tour. You know, he was talking about his books and stuff like that, and Philadelphia was the first stop.
I had, you know, suffered enough and won enough that I could share something that would be helpful. Things in my childhood that I couldn't talk about, you know, that after my father passed, I felt more free to kind of share some of the you know, less flattering realities of my childhood, you know.
That's very black of you.
And I really wanted to go to the show. It was like last minute too. Like, I didn't know he was going to be in Philly until like 2 days prior. I know my loved ones had other obligations, so I didn't even want to put that pressure on nobody to go. So I'm like, well, I'm just gonna go by myself. And I had the best time by myself. I sat next to a stranger. I was polite. I had me a nice little drinky drink, and I had my phone. I was taking notes on my phone because it's Will Smith, and of course he's gonna have something inspirational to say and to talk about, and that's all it was. I felt so inspired and so motivated by going to that event. So that's my third tip. Enjoy your own company, date yourself, go out by yourself, like, and be safe, of course. Like, don't go out by yourself late at night, you know, don't park your car too far away from where you're going to be at, or, you know, make sure you always are in a well-lit area or with enough people there. Don't be doing, I ain't telling y'all to go do all this extra stuff by yourself, but I'm saying, like, if you want to go out to eat, go out to eat. You don't always need company. It is beneficial to just go out by yourself because you get to know yourself. Like, you just get to be one with yourself and not have to entertain the person that you with or have a conversation with the person that you with. And then sometimes when you go out by yourself, you meet people. I'm forever meeting people when I go out by myself, and I'm not really a shy person as much as I used to be, so I don't have a problem with talking to strangers and just talking to people. That is my tip number 3 too, and I think that's number 3. I'm sorry y'all, I'm kind of getting off track, but that was my next tip, to definitely go out and enjoy your own company. You will not regret it, I promise you. But my next tip for you guys on becoming your best self is to meditate. OMG, I cannot sit here and stress meditation enough. I think meditation has this stigma around it where you have to be perfect, you have to be like in hum mode and stuff like that. No, you could just sit, like literally right now, I could just sit here and meditate. It's silent, no one's around me, it's no background noise, it's no noise, it's just me sitting here. Like, you could literally sit in your bed and meditate with your eyes closed, or you can sit in Indian style position on the floor or on a yoga mat or whatever the case may be. But literally just take some time to quiet your mind. If you have to put your phone on do not disturb, even if it's for 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes on your lunch break or when you get home from work or in the morning. I personally like to meditate early in the morning before I start my day, because I feel like if I meditate in the morning, it'll help me be more intentional throughout my day, or it gives me the vibe of what type of day I'm going to have. Meditation is really important to becoming your best self, because it's just like you're just silencing out the noise, you're clearing your thoughts. Because I know me, I'm the type of person, I'm forever thinking about something all day, every day. My mind is on something, very much something. It's important for me to meditate throughout my day, especially early in the morning or right before I go to bed or just in midday. So I could just take some time to just calm my brain and my body. Moving on to my next tip, yoga. I love me some yoga. Yoga's not for everybody, but even if you like to work out, or you like to go for a run, or you like to sit in a sauna, or whatever. Me personally, I just started getting into yoga late 2021 when I was going through my depression and I was trying to find ways to come up out of it because I just didn't want to be there anymore. I started to do yoga. I'm like, okay, I like this. And I don't go to yoga classes or anything like that. I would love to do that in the near future. For now, I just put it on my TV. I go on YouTube. I got my little $5 mat from Five Below. And I'll do like a 10-minute session. It doesn't have to be long and drawn out. I feel like there's so many benefits of doing yoga. Like, it's just, you're in the realm of wellness. You're increasing your body's energy. You're freeing it from like toxins in your body, whether it's toxic thoughts or toxic buildup that's in one spot. Also too, when you're doing yoga, it just like calms you down. It releases anxiety, tension. So read up on that when you get a chance, because I can't sit here and describe every benefit of yoga, but it is truly a lot of benefits to yoga. Next tip is to change your diet or make some alterations. I'm not saying you gotta sit and go pescatarian, vegetarian, vegan, or whatever. No, do what works for you. But I know personally for me, when I was eating bad food like pasta, bread, anything, burgers, french fries, milkshakes, because I love milkshakes. When I was indulging in that type of food on like a constant or almost day-to-day basis, I knew that it was taking a toll on me. I always felt fatigued, tired, miserable, sad, mad. It was a heavy bacon, egg, and cheese, biscuits, shrimp and grits, waffles, pancakes, French toast. I love that type of food for breakfast. You couldn't pay me to tell me that that was bad for your health a few years ago, even a few months ago. But in all honesty, you guys, eating that type of stuff every single day for breakfast is so unhealthy. And they don't teach us that, because America is just, the ghetto. That's a whole different topic for a whole different video. But honestly, like, if you really think about the word breakfast, it's really break fast. So you're breaking your fast from what you ate yesterday, what you ate the night before. So I'm gonna assume everybody break their fast at least between 8 to 16 hours from their last meal that they've consumed. It's very important to consume something healthy for your first meal of the day. Over the last couple weeks, close to a month, I've consistently just eaten fruit for breakfast. The fruit came in all different forms. It would be pureed, it would be juiced, or it would be solid. It's very important to be conscious about what we're putting into our bodies, especially these days, because there's so many chemicals and toxins and all this stuff that they put in our meat, water. That's the things they don't want us to know, but it's up to you to be more intentional about what you put into your body, because at the end of the day, if you're not taking care of yourself, especially the way you eat, nothing is going to matter in the long run if you don't have your health. And I noticed when I made my diet changes, my energy skyrocketed. I had so much more energy for things. I would feel less fatigued, less sluggish. When I was eating my French toast, bacon, egg, and cheese, biscuits, sausages, and all of that for breakfast, I would be ready to go right back to sleep afterwards. But now that I juice and I eat fruit and I drink water or I drink tea during my breakfast routine, I be energized, I be pumped up, I be ready to get my day going. But that's definitely a very vital and important tip throughout this entire video. That's probably the most important. I should have said it first, but it's very important to just be conscious of the way you eat. I'm not saying you got to change your diet completely, but just add more fruits and vegetables and water to your diet. If I didn't do these things and become more intentional about the way I wanted to live my life, I probably would still be depressed. I now know how to control my emotions for the most part, because it's still a day-to-day process. But for the most part, I know how to control my emotions and where my emotions go when I'm feeling a certain way, or when things aren't going right in my life, or I want better for myself. Instead of me getting depressed about it, I know how to combat those feelings and issues that occur in my life. The last tip I want to share with you guys is to remove yourself from things that no longer serves a purpose in your life. Baby, we in 2022. Everything has to make sense now. Can't nobody be around for free. You can't be doing stuff that don't make sense and that's not beneficial to you as an individual, as a person, as a human being. We have to start being more conscious about the way we live and how we moving around in this life. So I feel like if you are doing things that distract you, you smoke a lot, you drink a lot, you eat bad things a lot, then that's what your life is going to consist of. You're entertaining bad relationships. Okay, where you're going to keep getting things in your life that aren't for you because your frequency level is low. You understand what I'm saying? So I feel like when you become more conscious about what's going on in your day-to-day life, how you're moving, what you're indulging in, what you're inviting into your life, into your space, whether it's a person, place, or a thing, anything that's not good for you, it's gonna show. You eating bad, it's gonna show in your body, it's gonna show in your skin. You got bad relationships around you, you're gonna feel down, you're gonna feel sad all the time, you're gonna feel confused all the time. So it's important to really take care of ourselves, y'all. No way, shape, or form am I sitting here telling you on this camera that I'm perfect, because I'm absolutely not perfect. All these things that I've said here and I've talked to you guys about is the same exact things that I'm still working on with myself every single day. But I do finally feel like I'm in a space where I can share this with you guys, because I've personally been through through hard times, depression, mental trauma, anything you could think of. But I got myself up out of it with these tips that I just shared with you guys, and I just hope that this could work for at least one person. If you just start becoming more conscious about your day-to-day basis, about your day-to-day life, more intentional, then I promise whatever it is that you're going through, you're battling with, you'll overcome it. You just have to want to overcome it, and you have to do the physical work. You have to ask yourself the uncomfortable questions. You have to answer the uncomfortable questions, and you just have to do the work. And I promise everything else will fall into line and fall into place. I really just wanted to sit here and talk to you guys about some real life things, because in a world of luxury and aesthetics, I feel like nobody really talks about the uncomfortable things like depression, mental issues, and stuff like that. And then what can you do to get up out of these things naturally? Because our world, the way we live in, they always want to push medication and stuff on us. No, it's so many other ways that we can take care of ourselves besides medication. So these are my tips that I wanted to share with you guys. I really hope this was beneficial. If this video resonated with at least one person, then I know my job is done. And this is my second time filming it, so that's how I know I'm really serious and dedicated about getting it out here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We've made it to the end. If you're still here with me, I appreciate you so much, especially to my subscribers that has held it down over this last year. I haven't posted a video in a year. You guys be writing me on Instagram like, Taylor, when you gonna make another video? Where you at? We miss you on YouTube. That really means a lot to me, y'all. Of course, I love creating content, but I want to get better at it. I want to get more consistent at it, and I want to start talking about some real things that people don't talk about. Like, there's no shame in my game and sitting here telling you guys I went through a lot of things mentally and I dealt with depression, because I'm proud of myself that I came up out of it. If you guys made it to the end of this video, I appreciate you so freaking much. We outside. It's this year 2022. We going after every single thing that we want in this life. We ain't taking no shorts. Ain't nobody being around us for free, and everything just has to make sense. Follow me on social media so we can connect more. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel if you aren't already. And I will see you guys in my very next video. We got some content cooking up and brewing this year that you don't want to miss. I will see you guys in my very next video. Take care of yourselves. Be good to yourself. Be kind to yourself. And I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye bye.